Before we get into what you do now, kind of take me back to yourself. I know that you were in a car accident. So like what happened and like actually how bad was it?
It was pretty bad. We're talking close to 40 years ago. I was in a friend's car, a 911 Porsche convertible, and we were going through like an S curve, and we were doing about 85, and he lost control. The car went sideways. It actually hit a curb and flipped, and it was like in a moment's notice. Joshua, I had never experienced anything like that, but regardless, I wound up having some serious injuries. The car flipped over. It was a convertible. The convertible top hit the back of my head, lacerated my head, and I lost a pint and a half of blood. The fuel cell, which is on the passenger side on a 911, ruptured, and I was doused in gasoline. I was trapped inside. A gentleman came, a yard worker came to help me out of the car. This is what I was told, and he had a cigarette in his mouth. My friend was able to jump out of the car and push that guy out of the way and pull me out of the vehicle. I could not move. I had actually fractured T9. We later found out a thoracic bone in between the shoulder blades. Fractured that bone, suffered this head wound. I was in and out of consciousness. Regardless, they took me to the hospital, and I had months of rehab. At the time, I was considering becoming a mechanical engineer. I come from a family of mechanical engineers. My father was a mechanical engineer at the time. My brother and my brother's son is now a mechanical engineer. And that was my passion because I've always worked with engines and building boats and anything, everything that had to do with anything mechanical. That's what I did. That accident changed my life. And it changed my path in life, Joshua, because I was really hell-bent on being a mechanical engineer. And part of that was, the heritage of my family and what I loved tinkering. But through the therapeutic journey of getting back to moving again and using my left leg was a real problem. My left arm was a real problem from that injury because I herniated 4 discs in that neck region of mine, the cervical spine.
And what was the big problem? What was that experience? What was like you said, it was a big problem. Were you limping or?
Oh yeah, limping. Well, sitting on the toilet, pardon me, but just sitting on the toilet, my entire left leg would go numb. Sitting for any period of time, my left leg would go numb and my left arm. And it was the weirdest thing. It would come from the neck and go down. At that time, 40 years ago, you need surgery. That's what they said. And I was very scared about that. A friend of mine took me to a chiropractor. I had no idea what a chiropractor was. And I was scared. I thought, I heard they're quacks, and that's because that's what you heard. Within a month's time, this guy got me feeling great. And it was at that time that I realized, this guy's a mechanic, but he's a mechanic of the most amazing machine on the planet, and that's the human body. And so it changed the course of my career because I decided I want to be a chiropractor. I'm using my hands. I'm able to diagnose, or he was able to diagnose, and I want to do what he does. I mean, they wanted to cut me open, and this guy using his hands and some knowledge and some good diagnostics was able to get my life going in the right direction. So I completely changed and altered my trajectory of my career. And that's when I decided to become a chiropractor.